You are now entering Armbar Audio.
And welcome to another episode of Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley, and next to me is my trusty companion,
John. What's up, everybody?
Today, we are back on the NXT and AEW Dynamite shows. What we're going on first? Let's hit that button.
We're going to hit AEW Dynamite first, as per usual, because it's what we watch live. AEW kicked off with a banger of a match for the AEW Tag Team titles between Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and the team of Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, SCU.
Christopher Daniels did come down with SCU, but after a Dark Order interruption on the screen, he left mysteriously. Wonder what that means. There is speculation that Christopher Daniels was just looking for them, or that he might be the Exalted One. We saw a lot of great tandem offense from SCU, but they couldn't get the job done because a buckshot lariat and a V-trigger to the back of the head made Kaz dead.
Yep.
So the champions retain. Yay! But Hangman leaves Kenny Omega and goes drinking in the crowd again.
Yep.
After this, we get a bunch of tag teams come down. This is the hype up for the tag team battle royal. And the Young Bucks clear house and do their flippy shit on everybody on the outside of the ring. The Bucks have to win next week because Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny Omega needs to happen. There needs to be this Page storyline needs to start coming to a culmination.
Yeah. It's been going on just a little long for me.
Yeah.
Without having the Bucks involved fully. Moving right along, we're going to move on to Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God.
This was a pretty good match. Dustin took it to Sammy early on. Sammy tried to leave the match, but Dustin came off the apron with a double axe handle. He got in Hager's face, foreshadowing what would come. Sammy Guevara hit a Feast Your Eyes. Dustin finished the match with a destroyer off the second rope and a final reckoning for the win. As Hager and Sammy were leaving, Dustin got on the mic and said,
"Turn around.
Hey, Jericho's bitch. No, I'm not talking to Sammy. I'm talking to Jake. Are you going to get in the ring, or are you going to just keep collecting a paycheck?"
Yeah, he said, "You're failing here before we've even gotten started," and challenged him to a match at Revolution, which later on would go on to be confirmed via a match graphic.
Yes. So we all thought it was going to be Luchasaurus, but Luchasaurus might have a match with someone else.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into.
Moving on to, what do we got up next? The AEW women's title was on the line when Riho defended against number one contender, the native beast, Nyla Rose.
And this was the best women's match that AEW has put on so far.
I agree, fully.
Riho was really good with her speed, agility, ways to get out of pins. She was really relentless. She ran across a table and delivered a drop kick. She did 3 double stomps off the top, but couldn't put Nyla away.
Yeah, I think this was the best match offensively for Riho yet.
I agree. The end came with a big old power bomb by Nyla Rose, the native beast, who is now your AEW Women's Champion. If you have a problem with that, stop following us.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, yeah, we got Britt Baker on the mic talking to Tony Schiavone. She's still trying to be a heel. I think she's getting better.
Yeah, Britt Baker hates Tony Schiavone.
Well, she's acting like they're friends.
Yeah.
But she, gives them these backhanded compliments. And, she really wasn't getting any reaction from the crowd until she started attacking the crowd. So, it seems like she's still a little uncomfortable, but we're getting there.
She's getting better, in my opinion, every week.
Yeah. As is AEW and most of the roster.
Oh, absolutely.
Which a lot of you fans don't have patience for.
Yeah.
I want everything right now. I want everything to be great right now. Who's Darby Allin? Sammy Guevara?
I want...
Keep watching the show, you fucking idiot.
I want AEW to be at the level that it took WWE 30 years to fucking get to.
Right.
Moving on to my favorite match of the night.
A real big jag-off.
A real big jag-off. Maxwell Jagoff Friedman against Jungle Jack, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Jungle Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
There goes JR.
Matthew Jacob Friedman.
Matthew Friedman, yeah. That was a good one.
MJF sends Wardlow to the back. The match starts with a lot of counters and pin attempts. Jungle Boy hit 2 suicide dives to the outside and a tope con hilo. He also hit a poison rana, which was nice. MJF, Brandy Rose was on commentary and he grabbed his junk and said, "Brandy, do you want a real man?" But out comes Wardlow and gives MJF the Dynamite.
The Dynamite diamond ring.
There you go. Thank you. That's why you're
worth $45,000, by the way.
Right. And punches out Jungle Boy. Gives the ring back to Wardlow and hits the Crossroads for the win.
Randy Rhodes hilariously commented, "I think that gesture MJF made was calling Wardlow, not me."
Yes. So they're keeping the heat on MJF. Next week we get Wardlow versus Cody in a steel cage in Atlanta, Georgia. So, who do you think's going to win that match?
I'm hoping that they give Cody a win going into Revolution.
So do you think going into Revolution getting a win he's going to lose MJF?
I'm thinking maybe.
So you think Wardlow's going to lose his first match?
I don't think it would hurt him that much. He's going up against Cody, one of the top guys. It's not like he's going up against fucking Janela or Spears.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some shenanigans where Wardlow wins. And I think there's going to be shenanigans where MJF wins at Revolution.
Yeah, it's either... What you want to do going in is either have Maxwell get involved since there's no clause against him to not hit Cody.
Right.
Or just have Cody win. Those are the two scenarios you want going into Revolution, depending on who you're wanting to build at Revolution.
Right. After the match, Wardlow attacked Jungle Boy, but this brought out Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt. And Wardlow wanted none of that Luchasaurus.
No, he didn't want that smoke.
He didn't want that smoke. Well, Luchasaurus doesn't want the smoke either because the asteroid killed all his family. So.
I know. Yeah, that was ignorant of me to bring up. We've been marginalized for 65 million years, and I feel bad for even saying that. Moving on to the main event of the evening, the eye for an eye match, which turned out to be no stipulation whatsoever, between Santana of the Inner Circle / Proud and Powerful, formerly LAX, versus John Moxley, formerly of the Shield and Dean Ambrose.
Yes. This was a good match.
It was a good match. I was just expecting.
There was a Jim Ross interview beforehand with Santana, where Santana
really good.
Explained that he was in a dark place and He called his father and was explaining it to him, but his father ended up being blind. So the father told him that every day he lives in darkness, and he's going to show John Moxley what it is to live in darkness fully. So the match was really good. We got a lot of the Santana spots, like the cannonball out of the into the corner. We got the frog splash. Moxley with his lariats. It was a really big brawl for the most part. The end came when both men were blinded because Ortiz spit alcohol into Moxley's good eye, and Moxley raked Santana's good eye. So they were searching for each other, and of course, this led to a paradigm shift and a win. Yeah. But this was not all.
Yes. Earlier in the evening, there was an interview with
the
champion, where who was what's that chick's name?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It wasn't.
But they change the interviewers every fucking week.
They really do.
I don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
I don't know who's employed.
So Jericho is explaining that things have gotten so out of control with John Moxley that Chris Jericho personally has hired a bounty hunter, a hired gun, a hitman for hire, and it was none other than ROH superstar,
PWG, ex-PWG champion,
NJPW,
ex-Matanza Cuerda from Lucha Underground, ex-Olympic athlete,
Jeff Cobb.
Yes. And after a beatdown by the Inner Circle with title whips, kicks to the balls, 630 senton from Sammy Guevara,
which was really good.
Jeff Cobb comes down with emphatic music and does a tour of the islands to John Moxley, thus leaving us with the picture of the Inner Circle and Jeff Cobb, because I'm not sure if he's completely part of the Inner Circle, over John Moxley. This was one of the best episodes of AEW yet.
I agree.
If not the best.
I believe we are getting Jeff Cobb's in-ring debut against John Moxley next week.
Yes, I think so.
That will be very interesting to see. I'm a huge Jeff Cobb fan. Have been for
next
a long time.
week, we also have the Lucha Brothers challenging for the world titles against
Heyman and Omega.
Now, they're leaving out the Lucha Brothers from the Tag Team Battle Royal and giving them this opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to break up Phoenix and Pentagon?
I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that just yet. I don't have any reason to think that.
I think it would be a good idea.
I think it would be too, because we've seen, of course, in Lucha Underground and Impact, we've seen them both do singles work, and they're both good at it. Nick Jackson versus Ray Phoenix is one of the best matches AEW's put on.
Right.
And but we haven't seen Pentagon do singles action in AEW yet. Sure. So I'd be excited.
Yeah. Moving on to next.
NXT. NXT's job last night was to build towards this Sunday's TakeOver Portland, Oregon event. They did a pretty good job of it, although some of the matches on this night were a little lackluster.
They were going back to last week with the Undisputed Era and how they Bronson Reed and Kushida.
Instead of going forward.
Right. The only thing they really went forward with was Dakota Kai.
And Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream showed up on screen at the start, right before we get into our first match.
No, it was afterwards.
It was afterwards. You're right. Okay.
Roderick Strong opens the show and comes out demanding an apology from Velveteen Dream because Velveteen Dream attacked Strong and had his family on his tights, much like Rick Rude in the 80s with Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
Before Roderick Strong can complete his case against the Velveteen Dream,
NXT's resident thick boy,
Bronson Reed makes his way down and says, Velveteen Dream is not the only person you have a problem with. You attacked me last week, blah, 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 blah. This leads to a match, which was very good. I'm not going to give you play-by-play, but what ended up happening, John?
So, I believe Roger Strong picked up the win here against Bronson Reed. And, did he? No, so in the match, about halfway through the match, we heard the Velveteen Dream's, the sound that plays at the beginning of his music. And all the lights in the arena went purple. This led to a distraction for Roger Strong and a dive to the outside by Bronson Reed, who didn't forget there was a match going on. So they are fighting on the outside for a little bit.
Yes, the end came when Roderick Strong hit a big knee to Bronson Reed and knocked him unconscious. So, yeah, we covered what happened afterwards, so let's just get moving. Throughout the evening, we had amazing vignettes between the Broserweights. First, starting off, Pete's asking how we're going to get the trophy to Portland. And Matt Riddle calls him a beautiful man, which just popped me.
Yeah, it started where they were going to drive to Portland. And they got through about some of the trip and decided to switch to where Pete would be driving. And Pete started driving down the wrong side of the road.
Because he's from Europe.
So they get pulled over. And
Matt Riddle says,
let me do all the talking, bro. And smash cut to their car getting towed away. And Pete Dunne saying, that's the last time you do all the talking. And so I can't believe you thought you could drive without a driver's license. And Pete said, you don't have one either. So the Broserweights is one of the best things going in NXT right now.
Yeah, honestly, other than a match or two, this kept my attention throughout the episode.
Right.
Do we just want to cover the whole Broserweights thing right now?
Well, we'll cover the rest of it at the end.
All right.
We're going to move on to Candice LeRae going up against Dakota Kai.
Very good match. The right person won. Dakota won with the cradle. That's not to say she wasn't contested. Candice LeRae hit Gargano escape. After the match, LeRae went after Dakota, but Dakota got the upper hand. Going into TakeOver, this is what you want for Dakota Kai. Thoughts?
So, the Tegan Knox attack was perfect to build towards their match at Portland. Match at Portland is going to be a street fight. I'm looking forward to it very much because I know that there's going to be weapons involved. Mostly probably knee braces smashed into each other's heads.
Yeah.
So, this did its job, moving stuff forward.
Its job.
We're going to move on to Johnny Gargano versus Cameron Grimes.
This was a very good match. Johnny Gargano ended up winning with a head kick and a Gargano escape. But Cameron Grimes put up a really good fight here. This was to build Johnny Gargano going into TakeOver Portland with none other than Finn Balor. Who do you think's going to win that match? Johnny TakeOver or the Prince?
No, I'm thinking Finn Balor.
I'm thinking Finn Balor too.
Because if you come with the Prince, you best not miss.
Johnny Gargano's pretty good with his name, though.
Oh, that's good.
And what can I say? I just woke up.
I found out that during commercial break, I found out from Twitter that once Cameron Grimes left, Johnny Gargano hit a people's elbow on Cameron Grimes' hat.
Hilarious.
So that's awesome.
Kind of Ric Flair.
Yeah. Move on to the number one contenders match for the NXT Cruiserweight title.
Now this was the match of the night.
That
for NXT.
Of course it was.
Leo Rush went up for the come up, but Angel Garza hit double knees onto his back, which was awesome. Leo Rush hit a what's his frog splash called? Rush Hour?
I think so, yeah.
He hit the frog splash off the top onto the outside, which was crazy. Leo Rush ended up winning this match. So next week we get Leo Rush versus Jordan Devlin. Jordan Devlin comes out.
I wish that was happening in Portland.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they already have a ton of stuff happening in Portland. So I kind of understand. But they always film more matches at TakeOver events. So they could have. But now that NXT is live, I don't know that they're going to be doing that.
How much does WWE care about the cruiserweights as opposed to New Japan and their junior division?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah.
For real. We got a 205 live show that nobody watches because Vince McMahon doesn't care about it. We finally got the NXT, the cruiserweight title integrated into the NXT universe, and they're not putting it on. They're not putting it on the main show. I mean, the main takeover. So it's really disheartening because to look over in Japan and see how over Hiromu is and even his competitors.
To see full-blown tournaments, tag and singles, that are just as popular as the G1.
And they are on the big shows.
Yeah.
They're given proper building.
A lot of times, you'll see the junior heavyweight title be the match right before the main event.
Right.
But all told, Leo Rush versus Jordan Devlin is going to be awesome. Of course it is.
I agree.
I just wish it was in Portland. We move on to a shocking squash. Bianca Belair ran through Santana Garrett.
What did the Monroe call me last night that you liked?
The
Princess Belair?
Yeah, the Fresh Princess Belair.
Yeah.
That's what he called her.
Yeah.
I love it.
She just totally killed her. She started to cut a promo, but Rhea interrupted. And how did that end, John? Didn't they just brawl?
No, it ended up Bianca hit a KOD on Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
So
Starting to remember now.
oh yeah, we're gonna see that in Portland. Bianca Belair says she's gonna win. Rhea Ripley says she's gonna win. I'm kind of hoping that Rhea wins so that we get her and Charlotte at WrestleMania. And I know that that's looking through Bianca. I don't want it to come off that way.
I have a different view. I hope Charlotte causes a disqualification, which sets up a triple threat match at WrestleMania. That would be awesome.
Right.
We then get the Broserweights on a Swan Love boat.
Yeah.
And Pete asked Matt, why are we doing this? Do you think we're going to sail all the way to Portland? And he said, no, bro, I just like my tranquil waters, which just popped me again. Matt Riddle is so hilarious.
Oh, yeah. And perfect choice for a straight man for him to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He says we need to regroup, rethink, and replan or whatever. So then that cuts away. What was next, John?
So we're moving on to the main event of this evening.
Okay, so before we get into the main event, we have one more Broserweights thing where they're on a runway, and Pete's wondering whose plane it is. What are we going to do? Matt Riddle says, don't worry about it. Just put the trophy in the overhead case or whatever. And,
yeah. And Pete told him not to say that anymore.
And what ends up happening is Riddle shoves Pete in there, gets in there himself. Pete's who's this? And we see Triple H getting on the plane. And we're going to Portland, bro.
Oh my god, that was like a Jane Silent Bob movie. It was perfect.
Yeah,
I loved it.
If Vince McMahon has any sense, he would make a WWE Studios film with Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
The main event, Adam Cole versus Kushida. The Undisputed Era was not here. So it was actually an enjoyable match.
Yeah.
Because there was no bullshit. Kushida tapped the arm. At one point, Adam Cole jumped off the apron and right into an armbar, which was amazing. Kushida is so good with his timing and his agility. How could you catch someone's arm out of the air like that? Like it was crazy. Mid-air, not like when he landed. This was really good back and forth match. Obviously, Cole with the kicks and the Shining Wizard. At the end, the last shot ends the match for Kushida, and Adam Cole wins. But this is not the end of the show, John.
Well, it was not the end of the show at all. The show ends with Tommaso Ciampa's music playing and him walking around the ring, getting into the ring, not looking at Adam Cole once.
They laid him out.
They did.
Going back.
After NXT went off the air, we got the WWE.com exclusive. It showed Adam Cole hitting a big move. I don't know what he calls it. He's not doing the Project Champa anymore. It's the thing he does when he traps their arms, and it's like the KOD, except it starts with a double underhook, not with a torture ring.
Yeah, isn't that that's the Project Champa?
No, the Project Champa was the powerbomb into the lung club.
Oh.
Yeah. He may have started calling this Project Champa if he can't do the knees anymore, but I don't think so. But anyway, so the evening ends with Cole or with Ciampa standing tall.
Yep. So match of the night for AEW, I would say, was the tag team match.
Yeah,
or the AEW Women's Title match.
Yeah.
Match of the night for NXT was Angel Garza versus Lio Rush for the number one contendership for the Cruiserweight title. I give AEW an A+.
Definitely.
I give NXT a C, which means average.
Really?
Yes. As you can tell by our reviews, we were much more into AEW than we were NXT.
Yeah. I give AEW A+. I give NXT. I'll be generous and give C+. I give the Bruiserweights an A+.
Yeah. So, Sunday, we will be covering NXT Portland after the show. Hopefully you can join us. Make sure to hit the like button.
Are you going to join Sid later today?
I don't know.
I hope you do.
So,
later today, check out our friend Sid, the Nerdy Mark, doing predictions for NXT TakeOver Portland.
Yeah, I'll probably join him. I don't have nothing better to do.
Tim will be there. I may or may not be, because work things may be happening today that I'm not aware of yet.
Well, if you don't go to work, then we can do this all over again with Sid.
He's right. Sid, that move is called the fairy tale ending.
Oh, wonderful.
Right.
Anyway, Sunday night, we're coming at you right after Portland with a review. and a recap. Wherever you are in the world, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button,
And
hit the notification bell.
Follow us on Twitter, too.
Share it out. Tell all your wrestling friends. Give me everything you have.
Yes.
Anyway, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one. And peace and love to all of you. Bang!